Welcome to One on One. I'm your host, Lee Adams, and today we have a story that I'm so excited to bring you. It's so compelling, I wanted to bring it to you. It's a story about adversity, about fear, about struggle, about hope, about prayers, about advanced medical technology, and about a hero that just stepped in out of the blue and did something very extraordinary. It's a story about donating life, and I can't wait to get started. So let me introduce to you, to my left here, Michelle Daniel, and she is our hero, and we will get into that. From what county?
Volant in Lawrence County.
Lawrence County. And we also have the first people ever that came to our show from Buffalo, New York, Maria LaForum and her beautiful baby girl, Summer Faith. So I'm so excited to have you guys with us. Michelle, we're going to start with you. Tell us where exactly Volant is and what school you went to and where you work and all that.
Volant is in a little town in Lawrence County. I actually went to Laurel High School in Newcastle. I've been a massage therapist for about 20 years, and now I work at UPMC Cranberry Place.
So, Michelle, where do you get this tan? Like, I really want some of this tan because I'm not tan. So where do you get it?
Genetics.
Genetics.
And hanging out at the pool, yeah.
So being pale is genetics. I get
yeah.
that. I get that. So I want to start with the story here. The story of you had was it a friend that you learned about a child, or what happened?
I was on Facebook and I saw a mom post a picture of her daughter, and her daughter was 2 years old and she looked just like my daughter did it too. She had dark curly hair and they were looking for a liver. So I just filled out the form on Facebook, not thinking they would call, and they did. And I went in for testing, and they said that they actually had a 6-month-old little girl that needed a small liver, and that I was a match for her, but I was also a match for the other little girl, but they knew that they had someone else that would be able to donate to Lila. It was the other little girl's name. So I donated to Summer.
Well, okay. Whenever they said they had someone for you to donate to, and then you didn't, they had somebody else, what did you tell, was it UPMC? What did you tell them? Because this is an altruistic donation, right?
Correct.
And not everybody understands what that is, so you can explain what that is.
That just means that you don't know who you're donating to, that you have no connection or anything, you just donate just because you want to.
It's not my turn.
And the other little girl I didn't know as either, but she actually got a donor named Wayne. And Wayne, we're all there for, it's kind of a chain, I guess. His sister-in-law was waiting at UPMC for a liver transplant, so he had agreed to donate to someone because he wasn't a match for her. Unfortunately, she passed away because a liver never came in time for her.
I see.
And he agreed to still donate. So he ended up donating to Lila, which then left me available to donate to Summer.
So when you told UPMC, Summer's so beautiful and she can run all over the place, it's all good. I mean, she's 4 years old, you know, this is what 4-year-olds do. And so when you told UPMC that, okay, well, they told you that the first one's not coming together, did you just say, I will be an altruistic donor to somebody else? Is that what you said?
Yes.
And so,
because I knew at that time that I had a small enough liver to donate to a child. So, and there were quite a few actually that needed livers at the time. So Summer wasn't the only other one that they were trying to find a donor for at the time.
So how long between the time you told them that, approximately, that you told them you would do this altruistically for somebody before they found Summer?
They had already had Summer in mind when I filled out the form, and they saw my height, my weight. They contacted me pretty quickly and were like, well, you know, you'd probably be a match for Lila. because of the blood type and everything, but we actually have this 6-month-old who needs a small liver. And that was the biggest hurdle, I think, for Summer, was finding the right size liver. And it just worked out. I mean, it was meant to be.
So you have a family.
I do.
And what's your family? Who's in your family?
I have my husband, Robert, who's here today, and my daughter, Madeline, who at the time had just started college.
Okay. And so you're the mother and the wife, and you think, I'm just going to live donate my liver to somebody. And so when you had these thoughts, Michelle, like what's your family saying?
Well, I didn't actually have a lot of thoughts before I filled out the form. I saw it. I was waiting in the car for my daughter, actually. I saw that this little girl needed a liver, so I filled out the form without actually even talking to my family.
Okay.
So when I went for the testing, my husband went with me, and yeah, they've been on board 100%. All I had to do was show him the video, and I'm not sure who cried more when we saw Summer's video and her story.
So no pushback. No pushback.
Thank goodness, because I don't think I could have done it without the support of my family.
Yeah. No, I get it, but I think every family's going to react differently, and it's just so great that you have such a wonderful family,
yes.
right? And so you go in for the testing, and that took a little time, right?
It's that whole day. You go in, it's usually on Wednesday at UPMC. I know a lot of places are different. You go in early in the morning, and you're there all day long. They do everything from blood work, CT scans, x-rays, MRIs, everything like that, just to make sure that you're a match.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
And how soon after that were they saying it's go time?
I knew about 3 weeks after my testing that I had been approved and that I was a match for Summer, and everything matched up. My doctor had met with her doctor, and everything lined up where it needed to line up. I guess a kidney's different because it's a little bit easier if it's not a perfect fit. A liver has to be pretty close in order for it to work. So yeah, it was about 3 weeks before I found out I was definitely a match for Summer.
And so now they tell you you're a match, and then how soon after that did you meet Summer and her mom?
I found out I was a match in about February. And then in March, they had a fundraiser. So my husband and I drove down because I wanted to meet her. And so we got to go down, and I got to meet her at the fundraiser. And then we were scheduled actually for our surgery in April. But Summer was a pretty sick little girl, so she kept getting sick. And she wasn't healthy enough for the surgery. So it was rescheduled 2 or 3 times.
Well, she's healthy now.
Oh, yes.
She's like a jumping bean.
So it was actually June by the time we were able to have our surgery.
June. Okay.
Yep.
So now I want to go to you, Maria. This is your second daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And things start going downhill, and tell us about Summer's health. What happened at the start of that?
Well, pregnancy was fine, delivery was fine, everything was fine. Taking pictures of her, and she was around the 7-8 week mark. And I sent a picture to my mom, and she's like, oh, she looks a bit yellow. And you see her every day, you don't see the gradual change, but my mom's like, whoa. So I took her into her pediatrician right before her 2 month, and they like, yeah, let's get some testing done. So we got some blood work done. And then I got an early call the next morning before doctors even opened up. So I'm like, yeah, you need to go to the hospital. So we went to our local children's hospital in Buffalo. And they were doing some additional tests, and they're like, well, we suspect that it's this rare disease called biliary atresia, and it has to do with the liver and the bile ducts and everything, but we really don't specialize in that. So we're looking at different hospitals around us. One was in New York City, and one was down here in Pittsburgh. So we were there about a week doing some testings, contacting Pittsburgh insurance, things like that, but we were eventually transferred down here. I think she was 8 weeks old, 9 weeks old.
8 weeks old.
8 weeks, just 2 months old, this cute little thing. And
what was going through your head?
Let's do it at the same time.
I think it was minute by minute what I was thinking. I'm like, okay. I'm just taking this all in, and I'm like, if that's the best place for her to get tested to make sure that this is what she has and her best chance of survival, then we're getting her there. We're going to figure this out.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I get it. So when you got here, what did they say here? This is a great place.
Well, for an actual confirmation of the disease, you have to do a surgery called a Kasai procedure. So in order to do that, she goes into the operating room, and they shoot it's like a cholangiogram into where the liver and the gallbladder and everything is, and they watch the dye, see where it goes. And if it stops flowing, then they know that there's an issue, but if it, they wouldn't cut her open. But there was an issue, cut her up, and what this Kasai procedure is you cut the small intestine and hook it into the liver to help drain that bile out. So hopefully it doesn't just stay in the liver and cirrhosis of the liver, and you can just, get it all out. So they went in there, they did the Kasai procedure, and that was what they said was the confirmation that they needed that she does have that rare disease. So then she had her first operation when she was 8-9 weeks old.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And okay. And so how did that hit you when you heard the seriousness of this diagnosis?
Shock.
Yeah.
I didn't know the gravity of it all because I was just surrounded by everything, and that I'm in it. You don't realize how far you're in it.
Yeah.
Until years later.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I get it. And how was she? I mean, it's hard to be a patient to begin with. How is she as a little one? I can't imagine she's liking some of the things that they're doing to her.
No, a lot of the testing was she had to have not anything to eat. So that was really hard, not starving a child, but not letting them have anything to eat when they're hungry. And she wasn't eating much to begin with. So when she was hungry, she did not have an appetite. She was actually fairly skinny. And that was another indicator that something wasn't going right. But I think the hardest part was not letting her eat and walking the halls, trying to get her calmed down before a procedure or anything like that.
Mm. So she had to fast some.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was rough.
Yes.
For a little one.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a baby who.
Who can't talk and tell you what's going on, but you kind of know what's going on. She's hungry.
Yes. But I can't feed her.
You can't feed her. That must be rough.
It was. But the nurses in the hospital were fantastic.
Were they?
Family.
I mean, you have to give love to nurses. Right?
And the CNAs and what else? You guys call them different down here. PC.
What do you call them?
PCAs, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just.
I mean, they're just, and especially a children's hospital.
Absolutely.
I mean, these nurses are just gold. Gold.
Yes. There's no praise.
And not just children's hospital, nurses in general, but goodness gracious. So they really helped you.
There were times that she was up in the middle of the night and I just couldn't, and they're like, here, let me take her. And they took her for a few hours where I could get a few hours of sleep. I took her out in the little pods in the middle of the night.
Mommy,
and
can I be out now for a little bit?
Yes.
Boy, she looks so great. It's so great to see her. And so that's one of your big takeaways, are you're trying to get some sleep, and the nurse, and you're thinking, how do I sleep? And they help you.
Oh, absolutely. They'll help you with absolutely anything that you need,
Yeah.
and that they're capable of helping you with.
Chocolate Dale?
Yeah.
For a little bit.
It's just, it's so wonderful. So Michelle,
Skylar will take you.
Go, Skylar. Go,
You get the
Skylar.
testing.
Guys, you see?
Tell us the day. Tell us about when you went into pre-op that day of the surgery.
I was still a little unsure if it was actually
We got
gonna
Hayden
happen.
coming up. Come on up, Hayden. You can come up. This is Hayden, the big sister of Summer. And before I ask you, how old are you, Hayden? 6. And what grade are you in school?
Kindergarten.
Did you just finish kindergarten?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be in first grade.
First grade. Do you know who your teacher is?
In kindergarten?
Yeah, who was your kindergarten teacher?
Mrs. Glure.
Was she nice?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happens when a kid's bad? What does she do?
Yeah.
She yells at them? Okay, I always wonder.
But I'm only good.
You're only good? You're such a good girl. Good for you. I had a little girl and she was good too. So I'll bet you makes your mommy really happy. I'm glad you could join us. We have kind of a free flow going, and this is a first, but it's all good. We're just rolling. And so we're talking to, Michelle, what do they call Michelle? What is your girl called? Michelle?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we have Michelle up here, and Michelle's going into pre-op. So what's going through your mind, Michelle?
Actually, by the time we got to the hospital for pre-op and it was time for the surgery, I was pretty calm and just, I was just so glad that it was finally happening. I couldn't believe she was finally healthy enough because that was my biggest fear, that she wasn't going to make it to get the surgery that we had worked so hard for. So that day that was a good day.
We share that fear.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to know about you, Maria. The day of the surgery, she's on a gurney, and what's going through your mind? Or your heart, or what's going through you?
I was just waiting. Okay, the anesthesiologist took her back, and what I was like, okay, here we go. It was that anxious, nervous, exciting feeling. It was, oh my gosh, is this really going to happen? I'm not going to believe it until I get the notifications from the operating room that, hey, this is happening. It's a go. Because they had to start everything on her first and make sure everything was still good with her. And then if it was, then, it's in transport. It's coming over to the hospital. We're okay. We're going to do this.
Because we were in 2 different hospitals, which makes it different than if you have 2 adults. I was at Montefiore and she was at Children's. So they had to get my liver to Children's.
Do you remember your surgeon?
Dr. Humar was my surgeon, but Summer's surgeon, which I can't remember his name, actually came to my surgery. And he met with me right before surgery, and he actually was in the operating room, and he remeasured the liver and everything before they took it out to make sure that he himself drove the liver to Children's for Summer.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Can we down there?
It's amazing. They have to take yours out and then transport it over.
In his own vehicle. Mm-hmm.
So that must have been quite a day.
I don't remember.
Yes.
You don't remember. Well, you remember before.
I do.
Right, when they rolled you in.
That's about all I remember from that day.
Then that was it. You were done. La la land.
And you FaceTimed me. I'm not sure if it was that day or the next day, but she did FaceTime me with Summer.
Oh, so
Yeah.
what do you remember about transplant day?
The waiting and the anticipation.
Yeah.
Like you get I'd get the notifications on my phone. Okay, liver's in, and then I'd update her Facebook page. It's nice and pink, or this is coming over, or we're doing it, or everything is going great. It's blood's flowing. It's like, oh my gosh, really, this is really like, oh my god. And then it's in. My baby has a new liver. It's in. She's got it. Yes, it was just amazing.
So Michelle, how about post-surgery? Did you do okay?
I did well.
How long were you in the hospital?
I was in the hospital about 6 days.
6 days.
Yeah.
And how about Summer? How long did it take?
They're still there.
Summer was in the hospital for how many days before you went back to Buffalo?
Oh, well, we would be here for like 3 months after transplant, no matter
And you
what.
stayed where?
Ronald McDonald House. Thank goodness for the Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah, tell us about that. I don't think people know about the Ronald McDonald House.
Actually, this is the only Ronald McDonald House that is actually connected to a hospital. All the other ones we have shuttles. So this one is connected to the hospital, which is fantastic. There was a bedroom, a little kitchenette area, living room, meals that are donated. breakfast, lunch, dinner at times. You can take snacks to go if you have, a long day. They make it, there's a playroom for the kids. There's computers if people needed to look things up. There's crafting. There's just a whole bunch of events that go on there too, just to make it nice and welcoming for the kids.
And there's other kids in there.
Other kids.
Other families.
Other families. It's a second home.
And you were there for how long?
One of the times was like 3 months.
So you've been there multiple times.
Multiple.
Boy, what a blessing that is.
Yes. Yes.
Goodness gracious. That's wonderful.
It is.
That's wonderful. So then how soon after the transplant were you able to go to Buffalo? How long did that take?
It was about 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah. Between 3 and 4. I don't remember the exact.
Did she have a smooth ride post-transplant or were there complications?
There was complications. Not with the transplant itself, just other issues like secondary to the transplant. One was a rejection, and then another one that came at around the same time was called PTLD, which is a form of cancer from being transplanted. Okay, you're gonna have to wait a second. Okay.
He wouldn't know it.
She actually had to do 2 rounds. It's not chemo medicine, but it is a cancer drug, rituximab. So she had to have 2 rounds of that, and so far, that's all she's ever needed.
Wow.
And that was, I think,
What?
3 or 4 months after transplant.
Wait, no.
So these days, how are things going?
Amazing,
Yeah?
amazing.
Yeah?
We have, this is our first year. So we're here for her yearly, and we haven't had any, last time we were here was last year for her yearly. So we haven't had to come down here, which is a blessing.
Oh, that's got a point.
Fantastic.
Yes, it's so fantastic. She's
A normal little girl now.
absolutely, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know what she's been through.
Wow. So Hayden, when you go to the doctors with your sister, what do you do at the doctors?
Well,
You wait
and you
and you play? Do you have to wait a long time sometime?
You do.
Yeah. I'll bet. But how about when the doctor comes up? I'm thinking about labs, okay? When you have to give blood. Like, what's that like with a little one? How tough is it?
When she was little, it was hard because she was little and she was frail and so many pokes and holding her and learning how to hold her and the phlebotomist doing what they needed to do. Sometimes it would take them 3 people while we're in the hospital, but now it's these past, I think 2 times she sat by herself.
Hi, honey. You come to
She
see
sat
me
with Hayden.
now.
She sat with,
That's
yep,
so
Hayden
happy.
sat with her.
Thank you. You're so pretty. You are so pretty. That was nice. I mean, because we just met just a little bit ago, so I guess they're warming up a little, which is all good with me because I have 3 granddaughters of their age, so I'm used to that party. So we're a normal little girl now. We just did preschool.
Yep, just graduated preschool.
How did that go?
Fabulous.
Yeah?
Yes, we kind of knew that she was like the star on the stage, flipping her hair and everything when she was singing her song.
So does she have some diva in her?
Very,
So she's a diva.
yes.
Well, then how's Hayden different than Summer? How are they different?
A drama and diva.
Drama and diva.
Yes.
So the 2 Ds.
Yes. Yes. They're both kind of alphas at the time too. So
Oh, really?
yes.
They got an alpha thing going on.
Yes, they do.
Oh boy.
Yes, and water and oil.
Yeah. So you have some moments at home.
A lot.
A lot.
But there's a lot of good moments too. Like when
Yeah,
Hayden will
yeah.
sit with Summer when she's getting her blood work.
You know,
Yeah.
I saw a video of that. I mean, if anybody doesn't know, you're on Facebook,
Yep.
Summer Faith's Journey,
Yes.
and it is really pretty neat.
I started it when we were in Buffalo doing this like preliminary testings and everything because I had family members all ask me like the same questions multiple times. I'm like, I'm just gonna not put it on my personal page because I wanted it separate. So I put it on made her own page so I can just put it out there at once and everybody could read it, and then it just exploded from there.
So you got a lot of people following?
She's got 2.1.
2.1. When someone says 2.1, that's usually not thousands, right? 2.1 million followers.
Yes.
2.1. Oh my gosh, you don't know what that is, but she says I'm warm. Yeah, I like to think that. I like to think I'm a warm person and friendly. And I really love your necklace and your bracelets. They are so pretty.
Oh, this is a medical bracelet.
Oh, a medical
This is a
bracelet.
Lego bracelet.
Oh.
It's a regular bracelet.
And why do you think I like your color, Summer? Do you know why?
Color?
That's right. Green is my favorite color. What is your favorite color?
Purple and rainbow.
Purple and
Rainbow.
Rainbow. Hey.
I said so. Rainbow.
Okay. And
My favorite color is rainbow.
rainbow.
Yep.
All rainbow.
Okay. Like that's new. That's a new one on me.
Green's in the rainbow.
Oh, green's in the rainbow.
Every color.
Every color.
Red, orange, yellow, green,
Every
blue,
color.
purple.
That,
Good job.
I like green the best. Do you know anyone else that likes green the best, Summer?
Grandma.
Grandma.
And who else?
Justin.
And
Tyler.
yeah.
Oh, so you know a bunch of people that green's their favorite color.
Yep, because I know them.
You know them. Well, now you're getting to know me, so that's pretty fun.
Now I know.
That's pretty fun. Now, what's Michelle's favorite color?
My favorite color is purple.
Purple.
Summer too.
Purple. And Maria, what is your favorite color?
Turquoise.
Turquoise. That's nice. How about that? How about that? And so we are now in school. We got two of them. Or she's going into kindergarten,
Yep.
and she's going into first grade.
Yes.
And how has school gone for the girls?
Hayden pre-K, she had some separation anxiety. That was a lot. That was rough. But now she's like, bye, see ya.
So Hayden, do you like school? What do you like about it?
The toys we play after school.
The toys. Do you get recess? Do they let you go outside and run around?
Like sometimes.
Sometimes. Does it get cold in Buffalo? Like, does it snow? And what happens when it snows? What do you do?
Play.
Do you play? You build snowmen?
We do.
Do you sled ride down some hills?
There's no hills.
There's no hills.
But we will play in the backyard though.
Okay.
There's snow.
We have hills in Pittsburgh where we're at right now, and we can go down the hills, but we don't have snow right now. We don't have snow. But it's kind of fun to sled ride. It's kind of fun.
I did one before with my brother Cameron.
You did? Oh, that's fun. That sounds like fun to me.
Yeah.
So, Michelle, how have you been doing post-transplant?
I've had no problems. It's like I never donated.
Do you ever have to go to the doctors, ever?
No, it's like a study. So for the first, 2 years, 3 years, 2 years, they have you keep going back and getting tested and checking everything. And anytime I go for any, my yearly checkup or anything, my family doctor does my liver checkup. But yeah, I've had no problems at all.
So what I want to ask you, I'm going to mention this a little bit later, but I want to ask you, people are watching this, and they're seeing that you gave part of your liver. Did they tell you a percentage how much it was?
They did. I can't remember what it was
that's okay.
now.
I
I don't
But do you think it was small?
It was, yeah. It was the left side. For a child, they take the left side, I believe, and for an adult, they take the right side because it's bigger. So, yeah.
Okay. And so there's going to be people watching this, and I don't think people realize they can give some of their liver, it's like right in here, some of their liver to somebody and help save their life.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Until I saw it on Facebook that day. I had no idea that you could do that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people know about the kidney. Like
Right.
we have 2 kidneys, we only need 1.
Yeah.
And we can help save someone's life with a kidney and still be good with 1.
Exactly.
And there's
yeah.
a lot of paired donations and people shuffling it around and helping each other.
Right.
But with the liver, the new technology is
Careful.
that you can take some of your liver, give it to somebody,
Yeah.
and they both grow back and regenerate and back to full strength.
Right, and you don't have to be related. You know, it can be anybody. So yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, so you made a new friend.
pretty amazing.
Like for life.
Family.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
oh, okay, yeah,
Family.
Yeah, we've
I
gotten
get
pretty
that.
close. Well, right after I donated, when Summer had gotten sick, they actually let me stay with her for a weekend while they went home. So I got to stay at Children's in the Ronald McDonald House, and we had our first little girls' weekend. So that was
Girls'
nice.
weekend.
Yeah, just her and I.
I had to go
So-
home and take care of some other things.
So we have some good pictures, and I'm going to take some of the pictures that you have. Maria sent me some pictures, and we're going to put it on our show here so they can see some of the progression of little Summer. And are you a little baby or are you a big girl?
I was a little baby. Now I'm a big girl.
Now you're a big girl. And what are you? Are you a baby or a big girl?
Big girl.
Big girl!
She was a... I'm taller than her.
Was she a baby too?
No. Yes.
Yes, she
You
was.
were.
No.
When you were
You
really
were, when
little.
I met you, you were a baby too.
No.
Yes, you were.
No.
You were cute.
No. Can I go with Justin?
Wow, we got 2
Hold
big
on.
girls. 2 big girls here today. I thought you were gonna be. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is a first. We just met. Summer, this is like a thrill. This is better than money. I mean, you could give me a lot of money. I think I'll take this. The little hug right here.
Summer,
Oh my
Summer, I
gosh.
think you love
Someone should take a
me
picture of
more.
this.
Mommy, I
Bob's
think
getting it.
Oh wait, she's gone.
She'll give you another one.
Maybe we'll get another one. But Summer, you make me so happy when you do this. You're so sweet. 2.1 million. You're gonna know what that means like when you get big. But like right now,
Give them a hug.
I just like the green. Look at this green. Look at this. Look how pretty that
it doesn't
is.
have green on
It
You're
doesn't
right.
have green on it. It
But
doesn't
it
have
has-
green on it.
Green. That's not real.
What do you like to do? What do you like to do? Like, do you play sports? No.
We ride our scooters.
You ride your scooters?
What do I used to play, Mom?
Oh, the one-time kickball.
Kickball.
Well, we can't throw in a basketball hoop.
Okay. I run a basketball association for little boys and little girls. They're 4 years old to 14 years
Like
old.
I'm
Like you
4
can
years
dribble.
old.
Yeah, you are 4 years old.
I can dribble.
What are you going to be at your next birthday? What are you going to be? How old?
5.
5. And I
And
hear
he's gonna be 7.
I hear your birthday's coming up pretty soon.
You're July.
And and she
When's your birthday, Summer?
July 19th.
Are we going to have a party, Hayden?
Yes.
Oh, what's that?
Is
What?
anybody here gonna come?
Oh, she asked me if I'm going to come.
Yes, you did.
Oh my gosh, that's
I want
so.
you to come.
All the
you
way up
want
by
me to
Lake
come?
Ontario.
She just said she want me to come. I mean, this is just, you're making me, my heart, you're just so happy. I guess that's the best way I could say it, you know? And I can imagine, Michelle, this has to be so priceless for you.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I mean,
I do it again in a heartbeat if I
you know,
could.
this makes me think. When we, and I've learned this, I don't think everybody learns this in life. When you give of something, now you gave life, you donated life. You gave the gift of life. But okay, so everyone says, oh, Michelle, you give this, that's so great, you're great, and you are. But guess what happens? And I think you might attest to it. Look how much you get in return.
Absolutely.
Tell us how much you get in return. What do you get in return?
Hold on,
I had
want to listen.
no idea the connection and the love that I would have for her, or the feeling that I would have after the fact. Watching her graduate, and Maria always keeps me up to date. They FaceTime, like it just makes my day. So yeah,
So you feel the love.
Oh, so
And
much
and
love,
it's
yes.
like family.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, she'll be a part of our lives forever.
Oh, and that's the part where so people watching this, okay, and they'll think, oh, we got the water bottle, it's good. And I love the chaos of this show. Like, there's never chaos on set. Like, we have these
It just
nice
shows you what, you know.
we have nice conversations and everything. And we got the girls here today. I love it. And so
Summer.
what I want Michelle you to do is there's going to be people watching this that do not realize that they can give part of their liver and it's going to grow back.
Absolutely.
And you're going to be healthy as a horse.
Yep.
And
And if not healthier, because you've had every test known to man before you donate.
So,
yeah.
what will you tell somebody that's thinking about being a live liver donor? What would you tell them?
Don't hesitate. Definitely do it. Make sure you go, you find the right transplant center, especially if you want to be altruistic. But if you have a loved one especially, don't hesitate, just because it's life-changing for both the recipient and the donor.
This just really, it hits me. I think it's so special.
It is.
I think it's so special. And Maria, it has to feel wonderful to you.
There are no words. And I think that's why I send her what I can send her to show her that my child is alive and can do these things, can be as normal as she possibly can because of Michelle.
Yeah.
She can graduate. The kindergarten graduation caught me by surprise. I bawled my eyes out.
Did you?
Did you?
I did. In a minute. It wasn't the, oh, my kids up there are so cute. She did it. She's here. She's making it. She's doing it, and she did it because Michelle gave her the chance to do it.
Oh my gosh! So the gravity of the moment really.
The milestones that she hits aren't just okay. A normal child hit a milestone. Yay! No, she's healthy enough to hit that milestone and grow. And keep hitting her milestones because she's healthy, because of Michelle. Everything Summer does is backed by Michelle.
And it was an act of just generosity and giving. And so, Michelle, you said it was just on Facebook. You filled out a form. You didn't think about it. You didn't even tell your husband about it. And you just did it.
Yeah.
And so you come home to dinner that night. What did you tell your husband?
Well, I didn't tell him until they called me and asked me if I would come in for testing. And he was on board 100% the moment.
So he didn't hesitate?
No, he knew I wanted to do it.
He's part of the story.
Yeah.
That's so
he's
her
a
whole
big part.
family.
My daughter, my husband, her boyfriend, everybody's been a big part of it. My mom,
Whoa, careful.
Oh. And Summer just invited me to her party.
I know.
Oh, gosh. Buffalo, New York. You know, the
Niagara Falls,
Buffalo
here we
Bills. Do we like the Buffalo Bills?
We do.
We like the Buffalo Bills.
We do.
Well, you're in Pittsburgh Steeler country, you know?
It's split half and half for me.
So you like the Pittsburgh Steelers because of Michelle.
And because Pittsburgh doctors
UPMC.
Yes, UPMC. Yes. So the Pittsburgh love because they saved, along with Michelle, my daughter's life. But then, Buffalo love.
Well,
Buffalo.
That's so great. My brother's son, who's a football player, his best friend is DeMar Hamlin. Have you heard of him?
You know DeMar Hamlin, the football player?
And he's pretty special. He's pretty special.
He really is. That was a miraculous recovery.
That was another crying moment.
And the whole
certainly
country
was.
heard about that.
Yes.
And I've met him and I've talked to him and
He just
look
the
at
love,
this. This is one of the stars here. She's one of the stars. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I really like this. I like that. And I like this. And what is this again?
Medical bracelet.
Medical
Mommy's
bracelet.
phone number's on here in case I get sick.
Oh, whose phone number?
Mom. Somewhere
Mommy's. Where'd you get this? Where'd you get the ring?
So I have it on. and the
Okay.
pictures are not there.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, did I get a white Michaela cup?
Yep. Michaela, yes.
Your girls are so cute, Maria.
Oh, thank you.
Like, how are they so cute like this?
Genetics.
My mom makes me cute every day.
Makes you what?
She every day. Some days.
Oh, I
makes
make
you
you
cute?
cute some days?
By doing your hair,
Yeah.
by sparkle
You
sewing.
know, as a
Well, you can't
dad,
take it
as
off
a
right
girl
now.
dad, I just didn't know how to do that hair stuff. I just didn't know how
No,
to do it.
me neither. She comes home from daycare and it's a lot cuter than what I can do.
Well, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I think you're doing good, Maria.
Thank you.
So, Michelle, you're feeling the love.
I am feeling love.
And
Always.
we're giving you love here today. Because you
Give
are,
Michelle a heart.
you
Show Michelle how you do a heart.
show Michelle a heart.
Give it her
Just
love.
like that. Just like that. So
I'm
we're
giving a heart to him because that means I love him.
oh, I'm melting. And so Michelle, do you like Michelle? Do you like her?
Summer.
What did Michelle do for you?
Yeah. What? Can you answer that one? Maybe. Well, let's try
Summer.
that one.
Wait,
Summer.
hold on, Hayden.
So,
Summer.
come here for a
You
second.
see Mr. Lee?
Come here for a second. And I want you to turn around.
Summer.
And I want to ask you a question. What did Michelle do for you?
I don't know.
Did she do something for you? Did she give you something?
She got me a present.
What present did she give you?
Can I give you a hint?
It starts with an L.
Come here.
But you said you love a present.
Hayden, do you know the
Yeah,
answer?
I know, but why do we know
Say
Michelle?
her liver.
What did she do for you?
What's in here?
That's good.
Say my life. Save my life.
Well, can you come over here and say that from me? Can you
Save my life.
She saved your life? How did she do that? Do you know?
She got me a new liver.
She got you a new liver. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy
Oh,
that
she
you...
doesn't want me to get that.
She doesn't want me to get dead.
Yeah, I don't want you to get dead either. You're so
Why?
cute because you're so cute and you have a big sister that's so nice too.
And I help.
And are you a helper?
Yes.
I'll bet you are. I'll bet
I'm
you
a
are.
helper to do laundry.
Well, I didn't get that.
I help mommy do laundry.
Oh,
She's
the
a helper
laundry.
too. She helps me do laundry.
Do you?
She helps
That's so
fold.
nice. You do that
I
too?
know how to fold underwear. Mommy told me.
You know how to fold underwear. That's so good. You're such a good girl.
That's kids
Are you
for
always a
you.
good girl?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well, you're
Okay.
being honest. You're telling the
I
truth.
like
Thank
that.
you.
I like that.
Thank you.
Why can't we give me food?
She's hungry.
What
She's
does she want?
hungry.
She's hungry? Well, that means she's healthy. She's healthy.
Go see Bob and Skylar.
What do you think of all this, Hayden?
Salad and
What do you
pizza and
think?
French fries.
What do you think of being on TV? Do you have any
Yes.
idea? Is it a thumbs up? Yeah? Yeah, well, that's good. I'm so glad you could come with us and be on TV with us. I mean, I didn't know how we were going to do it, but we just did it. And here you are, and sometimes they see the front of you, sometimes they see the back of you, but, you know, that's just how we're rolling right
See the side of me?
the side of you. But if you turn around, like there's people watching this. Like they're watching this television show in their living rooms. And so like you're in their living rooms right now. So if you turn around and look at those cameras, they can see your face.
Come
Do you
here.
want to do that?
Come here.
Do you want to do that?
Get the hair out.
Big sisters.
And then the
Michelle,
big
how many
your
kids
big
were in your family
brown
growing up, and what number are you?
I actually had an older sister. I have an older sister. And then my parents divorced. My dad had my half-brother and half-sister. So I was in the middle.
You're in the middle. Okay, I got you. And we got the oldest sister here. Yeah, yeah. Hayden, where did our star Summer go? Where did she go?
She's with Bob.
Is she over there? She's hungry, maybe. But that's good. We want her to eat, right?
Yes.
I mean, there were days where she didn't want to eat.
It was amazing how her appetite increased probably as soon as she could eat after transplant. She was up and out of the hospital 12 days after
I
transplant.
can do a frog.
Out of the hospital into Ronald McDonald House 12 days after transplant.
12 days after transplant.
After transplant,
That's
she was
amazing.
discharged out of the hospital to Ronald McDonald 12 days.
So Michelle's discharged in 6 days.
Yep.
And Summer's discharged in 12 days.
Yes.
That's just a miracle.
Yes.
That's a miracle.
She is amazing.
And I remember the first time her trying to sit up, and I'm like, oh my God, is she?
She was only a couple days old. I'm like, she's doing better than I am. We were both still in the hospital, and she sent me a video of her like trying. I'm like,
Is she supposed to? Is she gonna pull something? Is something gonna rip? Is something gonna break? I'm like asking the nurses, and they're like, no, it's fine, let her. I'm like, okay.
I love going back watching the videos.
So-
I still do that.
So Michelle, you donate part of your liver to save Summer's life. And how is your health?
My health is great. Yeah, I've had no problems. I'm very healthy.
So people can do this and be like you
Yep.
and save these little kids. I mean,
Everybody.
there's 103,000 people on the organ transplant saving.
there is.
Wait, wait, you know that? She knows that? No. You're smart, Hayden. You're so smart. And 10% of the list is under 18 years old.
Yeah.
So that's over 10,000 kids.
Yeah.
10,000 kids.
Yeah.
And you don't have to know anybody who needs an organ to be a donor. They will match you with one. So if you're willing to donate, just, yeah.
From my understanding, you can even pick. Like, I want it to go to a child.
I-
I
yeah.
want it to go to an adult.
Absolutely. Yep.
So, and it's yours. From my
do what you want
understanding,
with- yep.
you get the choice. I want it to go to male, a female, somebody who had cancer. This, you get to pick who you want to give it to.
Yep.
Hayden, do you know that Michelle is a hero? Do you know that? And why do you think she is?
Because she saves my sister's life.
Oh, our 6-year-old really can say it great. Can say it great.
And it's fun watching them together now. You know,
Well,
that
yeah,
they have each other.
I understand. I
Yeah.
mean, there's so much. They're so full of life.
They may fight, but they're very close.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
She's
I mean,
very protective of Summer.
she was 10 months old when she had the transplant.
and she was 2 years old or so.
Yeah, they're
about
15
two.
months apart. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Can I do something?
What a story. What a story. With 2.1 million followers on Facebook.
So,
Let's get it. Let's get it up. More. Honestly, the only way is to spread the awareness, spread the signs. There's even a child in Buffalo, a baby. He's looking for one right now.
that's kind of little
Right now.
Right now, they are looking for a liver for him.
We have a Pittsburgh to Buffalo connection here.
Yes.
I mean, so when the Steelers play the Buffalo Bills, who do you root for, Maria?
Who's ever winning?
Wait, what was that?
Who's ever has the most points at the time. It's like, or like the underdog. Okay, yay, you can do it. Okay, no, you can do it. Like I gotta pump both the
You like them
teams up.
both. You like them
Like
both.
it's just both of you go. I'm cheerleading for both.
So speaking of that, I think a
Help me,
Steeler
Michelle.
came to see Summer.
Yes.
Bitty baby.
Yes. It was shortly after transplant, I
I
believe.
saw the picture.
It was Ben.
No, it wasn't Ben.
No.
It was the same. It was the same position. He was a quarterback.
catch her.
I know.
I
He
don't
doesn't
know how
play.
to
He doesn't
pronounce
play
it.
a lot. Mason Rudolph.
Okay. Okay.
And 2 other Steelers I saw in the picture. I wasn't sure who they were, but
Yeah,
it
I
was
wasn't.
Mason Rudolph.
Okay. Yes.
He's the
Yes.
backup quarterback for the Steelers.
Yes, and he's holding her like itty bitty. Like I'm pretty sure the football. She may have been the size of a football, but I mean, like I'm like, if you're, he was holding it more fragile. Like ah.
Yeah. Well, she is more fragile than a football.
Well, yes.
Right. But I think
No.
it's a wonderful
No,
picture.
not that way.
And do
Thank
you know what happens that I know of in Children's Hospital? All the celebrities go to the oncology floor. They're all at the
Yes.
oncology
Going this
floor.
way, okay?
But I guess some of them came to the transplant ward.
It was like, it wasn't just the transplant floor. There was just a bunch of kids. Some were from oncology, some were from other
Okay.
areas.
I got you. And so what would you say, Maria, what would you say to somebody that's thinking about doing this?
I will say what Michelle said, don't hesitate.
Yeah.
If you can save a life by donating part of your organ that will grow back in 3 months,
Yep.
why not save a child?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or anyone.
Yes, anyone. Save.
And even if you're just wanting more information, don't hesitate.
Yeah,
Find
you
out
can
more,
say, you can say
get
no at
tested.
any time.
Yep, you can change your mind at any moment. Even that moment going into surgery, they ask you again, are you 100%? Yes.
Why not save a life?
I'm safe.
You know, someone told me that
Not this
Dr. Humar, your surgeon,
He's awesome. Yeah, I love Dr. Humar.
someone told me that he does more live liver transplants than any surgeon in the world.
Oh, I believe it. I believe
In
it.
the world.
Really?
Yeah.
In the world.
Wow.
And he has time for each patient. You don't feel like he does the most. You don't feel like he has so many. He makes you feel like you're the only one. You get his personal phone number. You have his email address. Like, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Listen.
I know.
Getting too loud, so then we won't be able to hear the questions.
Can you come? Can you?
I know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Can you come over here, Summer? Can I ask you a question? Are you hungry? What do you like to eat?
What's your
What's your
favorite?
favorite? If someone would say, "I'll give you anything to eat," what would you say? What would you say? You don't know? How about macaroni?
What? Macaroni.
No.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. And
What's the meatballs?
with the meatballs?
I love meatballs. Yes.
And what does Hayden like to eat? Do you like everything? So
Stuff I don't like.
No.
What?
Do you like cake and ice cream?
Yes.
So at your birthday party, they're gonna have that for you.
I'll get a cake, not an ice cream.
Okay.
buy
I got you.
What?
That cake's gonna taste good.
I'm gonna fight you on my birthday.
You're gonna what?
Fight me to your birthday.
Fight me?
Invite you.
Oh, invite me. There's a big difference there. I missed that. I'm sorry. I just don't have the Summer complete translation
No,
yet
that's
going,
fine.
but it's all good. Yeah, you're gonna invite me, and do you know how happy that makes me feel? Do you know how happy that makes me feel?
100%.
Yes. I mean, I think it might even be more, but that's a great answer, honey. It just makes my heart just go really big when you invite me to your party.
Not my birthday party, only my birthday. I only done my birthday party for you once.
Okay. How old are you going to be? 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm so happy you could come and spend some time with us. We're almost done. We're almost done with our show.
So we can eat.
So we can eat.
I love it.
So you're hungry. Oh my gosh. I'll never forget this. I will never forget this.
I don't think I will either.
Me either. No.
I mean, a lot of it is a blur to me because you know, your brain kind of blocks some things out, but I won't forget
this
that.
This was controlled chaos, or no, uncontrolled chaos. But we did purple for Michelle.
Love purple. Yeah.
Purple.
And you
Summer,
can
too.
see. And
Yep.
in summer.
And you
In
can see.
summer.
Yep.
I mean, oh, here she comes again. Here she comes again. Are you drinking some water? Okay. Well, we're almost done, honey. We're almost done. And I think I could do this for a long time, but I don't think we're going to do this for a long time. And we're almost done. So, wrapping this up, Maria, what can you just try to describe this whole experience in a nutshell for you?
I don't know.
What, honey?
It's
A lot.
it's a huge roller coaster,
A huge roller coaster.
an emotional
Yeah.
roller coaster. Like, and then there's times where it's minute by minute, day by day, second by second, and then you get it up. It's like yes, and then you get it down. but you always have your friends and your family and the medical staff there to back you up, to help you through anything.
Michelle.
Yes, new family.
What's his name?
Lee.
I
Mr.
have
Lee.
Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
Mr. Lee. But Michelle,
Mr. Lee. Can you say here comes the best girl? Mommy's daughter. Me.
Can you say, here comes the best girl, mommy's daughter,
Me.
please?
okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that. Here comes the best girl, mommy's daughter. You jumped up and did that. Can you look at the people in the living room?
Look at him.
What do you want to tell them, Summer?
I don't know.
Okay,
Okay,
it's okay.
if people are in that camera, like a video, like they're watching you and they're in their living room, what are you going to say to them? What are you going to say to them? Oh, okay. Say, how about be an organ donor and save someone's life? Try that.
Yeah,
How about?
she agreed with that. She agreed with that.
Okay, we'll turn around. We'll say it together. Here, we'll get Michelle into this one too. How about that? We'll look at that one.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Look at that camera. See that camera?
Look at this.
Ready? Be an organ donor and save somebody's life.
Because look how beautiful this girl is. Absolutely, you're like a movie star. You're like a movie. You know what remind me of? Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple. We're gonna have to show you who Shirley
Sing
Temple
and dance.
was. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And Michelle, just to wrap this up, just give me some general thoughts about this whole situation for you.
I don't want to.
It's been one of the best decisions I ever made. It's definitely been a blessing for me as well. So I'd do it again. If I had another liver, I'd do it again.
You'd do it again.
In a heartbeat, yeah.
Do it again. Well,
I can't even fall.
I am so happy you're here. I am so happy you're here. It
Why?
just makes me so happy.
Well, because if this goes on TV and they see Michelle and they see you, that Michelle gave her liver to you, and what happened? She saved.
She saved my life.
Yes. So if other people on the TV can see this and they're like, oh, maybe I can be like Michelle and I can save somebody's life. So that's why we're doing this. So they can see what a good thing it is to do. Okay? Okay.
Summer, can you try to come here with me for a second? After a little while, maybe she will. Maybe she will. Maybe she might be hungry. That's okay. Can you come over here for 1 second? Oh, you jumped up
You're
so
so
good.
good
Do you
at
remember
that.
how you turn around? Can you just stay here for just 1 second while I say a couple of things? Can you do that? Okay, thank you. I want to thank you for watching. I mean, look how beautiful Summer is. I mean, it just, my
looks like a
my
gem.
heart is just all
It
over
looks
the
like a
place.
gem.
What's that, honey?
It looks like a gem.
Her ring looks like a gem.
It does. It
Yes.
does. It's beautiful. You can find us on the Upper St. Clair Access channel or on YouTube, and you can come on YouTube and just Google Lee Adams, Michelle Daniels, and Summer Faith. That's where you're gonna Summer Faith's Journey on Facebook. Look at this. Look at this. Shirley Temple, the next Shirley Temple. And when you get really famous, will you still invite me to your birthday party? That was like a lot. That was a lot
she
to
doesn't
take
want
in.
a famous name.
Okay.
But I need a present.
Yeah, okay.
But I need a present.
Okay, well, we can get you a present. That's no problem. Yeah, famous threw her off. Famous threw her off. That's okay. That's okay. Now, if you know of
Can I
anybody,
go down there now?
Yes.
well, you can if you want. If you know a great story like this, you can contact me. I'm on Facebook, Lee Adams on Facebook, but I'm also on Instagram, Lee Adams PhD. So you can send me a message you never know. You never know. We might put you on. But this story here just fills my heart. I hope it fills your heart when you see this beautiful little girl. And the last thing I want to say is this.
Patient.
If you needed an organ to save your life, would you take it?
Mr.
Summer
Lee,
took it. Yes, honey.
I want to show you something.
You want to show me something?
Okay, hold on. Let him finish this. Wait patiently. Okay.
If you need an organ transplant to save your life, would you take it? Would you take, if your father needed it, your mother needed it, your brother needed it, your sister needed it, your little girl needed it, would you take it to save their life? I think the answer is yes. So if the answer is yes to that, I think we could all be organ donors. We can all sign up to be an organ donor. That's just as simple a way as I can explain it, because you look how beautiful this precious little girl, Summer Faith, is, and how can you not love her? You're so lovable. I mean, I'm in love, and I just met you. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching another edition of One-on-One with Lee Adams. I'm your host, and thank you for being with us today, and I hope you enjoyed this beautiful story.